Okay, so I'm going to empty the fuel tank. It's obviously been sat for 5 years. The fuel's going to be horrible. There is a fuel pipe here, so I'm just hoping, I've put some penetrating fluid on it. I'm hoping if I just undo it, let it flood out. I'll try and rescue as much as I can so it doesn't cover the floor, but it's going to be pretty smelly and horrible. Okay, so that didn't seem too good, to the point where I might have snapped the fuel line. So I'm going to take this thing off here and I can look at it properly. Definitely empty. Just going to put some fuel in, but I've left the pipes off. So the idea just being, if I just wash a bit of fuel through, then I can have a little look, make sure it's not really disgusting when it comes out. Yeah, there's not much fuel coming out. It's just coming out the that corner there. I think it's just running out of the pipe. But I need to undo this, don't I? That's where I've gone wrong here, because then I can actually look in the tank. The tank's not in great condition. So into the point actually where that looks a bit wet, doesn't it? So I'm not sure this tank is going to work, because it, to me, looks like that's why it's gone. That's why this paint's come off. It's because there's fuel seeping through there, and the tank was completely empty and bone dry. So I think we're going to have to order a new tank to be on the safe side. Okay, so just inspected this tank, and there is, you know, a lot of rust on it, a lot of corrosion. So I think the safest, well, it's going to have to be changed. Next job is we're going to put a battery on, see if it turns over. I can't do anything about the fuel tank at the moment. I've got to order one up. So while I'm at it, might as well bite the bullet. Let's put the battery on, see if it'll turn over, and go from there. Something's burning. I better turn it off. Something is rather hot in here. I've got this gun. So yeah, this gun is, you know, heat gun. So I'm trying to see if there's any hot thing, anything hot that I can see. I'm hoping that it's just smouldering, as in it's not going to go up in flames. I don't know why I'm laughing. I mean, the wiring under here is a total and utter mess, and I assume it's to do with this immobiliser. Mixed results. I'm really pleased that loads and loads of the electrics do work. Seat could be simple fix, fingers crossed, could just be the motors. I think the motors are underneath the seat. I've got to take the passenger seat out anyway, which I'm going to do now because I want to get this immobiliser out. Fundamentally, that is definitely not working. There's no response from any of the buttons. I don't need that immobiliser anymore, so I'm going to remove that, get all the additional wiring out, because these 90s immobilisers, which is when that would have been fitted, are just notorious for way over the top wires everywhere. So I'm going to fish them all out, get rid of those. While I'm doing that, I'll probably take the fuel tank out as well. I've ordered the next one, and see where we get on from there. So as you can see, there's the ECU here, the alarm box is here, like the immobiliser, that's the aftermarket bit there. You can tell all these wires here are not OEM, so, or a lot of them aren't anyway. So I'm just going to start stripping it out, and hopefully I'll be able to sort of trace it and remove the immobiliser and get that problem out of the way. This is a right mess, but it's satisfying at the moment because I'm just unravelling it all. I think a lot of the wires are just the radio, so I'm not too worried about those. But this is just endless. So it's just a case of unclipping. I think I can tell most of it because it's taped with just, you know, a roll of electrical tape and cable tied, plastic cable ties, which Porsche wouldn't have done. So I'm just kind of going down that road really with it and see where I end up. But I think we have to cross to that side in a minute. This large cable here, which goes back to here. I think it's all associated. So I'm not cutting any wires yet. I'm just unclipping them, because then at least I know where everything was. Fingers crossed. What we've got left is this quite chunky cable which goes to the front somewhere. I'm hoping that's battery, like mains cable, because then it'll be 2 wires, but it's a bit chunky, so I'm a bit worried about what that entails. Then the other connection that's still left is this earth wire here, so that's an easy one to do. I'll do that now. This cable goes to the rear somewhere. Difficult to know how it's all been spliced in, so I might just persevere and start chopping. Okay, so this one here that goes to the back, I think that is just for the siren. I've sort of traced it, and there's a, you know, there's some kind of siren, so I'm going to be brave and just cut that, and then at least that isolates that. I'm making the next assumption is that this here connects somewhere to that. That's been chopped and spliced, so I'm going to try and open it up here, which is where it's got the biggest sort of lump, and see if it all makes sense. This is also, I've just revealed the fuses, and it's just a mess. So you've got some more foreign wiring which is just bolted on here, so I'm going to remove that because I think it's to do this immobiliser, because they were extremely complicated back in the day. And given the fact we've got smoke coming out of the car when we connect the battery, it's highly likely it's some aftermarket crap. So I'm going to take them off. And I think that's also, I mean, there's just endless wires. It's a right mess. There's a ad hoc fuse in here. There's fuses everywhere that aren't part of the original vehicle. So I'm not having that. It's just ridiculous. So it's got to come out. Definitely understanding why the bodywork, I mean the interior was rattling around. I'm tracing, there's stuff everywhere. So you got this, which I guess is some kind of sensor. But yeah, I've had to take this off. think there's been some mice activity. So yeah, let's remove this. There's a wire that went to the other side, so I've got the other one out. And then we've got, yeah, more. Cut it there. I'm going to put it out here. So the mountain of wires is growing. Literally, I'm looking everywhere. It's never ending. This is all to do, this horrible wire here is all speaker cable. At least I know what it is. So we're stripping out. We're going quite well. But this, I'm still at a bit of a loss on this one. Unravelled all of this cable now. I've removed the cable from the back that did the siren. So that is 100% just the siren. But it also had a, the boot had to be closed. So that was, I didn't realise that. So there was a sensor on the boot. And then I've got this really essential bit here is just out of this part here, which looks OEM to me. We have got the culprit, I think. So this big thick red wire should connect to that big thick red wire. It doesn't at the moment. It goes via this thing and then all that comes off it. We've still got this issue with melting wires somewhere under there, so that needs fixing still. I'm really hoping that I might, if I can remove all this wiring, that might be the problem, and then we've sort of killed two birds with one stone. But this is immense. I mean, did they not have steering locks? That would have worked, wouldn't it? Surely. Anyway, I'm going to cut these off and try and put them together. The big cut, let's do it, let's do it. Oh, okay. Splice these. This is all the cables that I've taken out of the car. That is all immobiliser. I need to keep that bit. Well, with the exception actually of this. That's the speakers, speaker balance front and rear, random. But these switches, that's part of the immobiliser. So yeah, I'll cut them off for now. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about this panel. I'm not sure whether it'll look worse with two holes in or two lights that don't do anything. But hey, that was a big job. Next thing I've got to do is trying to get to the bottom of this problem with no spark. So looking neat though. Definitely a lot neater. And not finished either, because I need to protect some more wires and change a few bits just to make it last how it should last and be prepped how it should be prepped. So time to crack on. I'll call it a day, I think, because that was a lot of work and that was a long video for me. This is actually the first video I've recorded since I launched the channel, if that's what you want to call it. Sounds a bit grand, but since I've actually been putting the stuff on YouTube. So hence why I haven't said the golden please like and subscribe, because I didn't think anyone would actually watch it. But there are a few people watching it, so thank you very much for watching. And like everyone says, please do like and subscribe, because that's what YouTube likes to happen. So really appreciate if you could do that. If you're enjoying it, great. And also any suggestions, please add the comments. You know, this is a car that's a bit of an experiment for me. It might be that I've bitten off more than I can chew, so any advice will be kindly received. And also, you know, I've got some other projects I want to do. I've already bought one. I've already videoed one, a small one. So I've got a little bit in my back pocket to show you, which hopefully you'll enjoy. But yeah, if there's any cars that you would like to see me restore, put in the comments. Let's do it together. You can advise and I'll do the labour. How's that? So thanks very much, and see you next time, every Friday. Thanks, bye.